What's happening, people? Hope you all well. Welcome to another stream. This is the Gameweek 12 deadline stream, ladies and gentlemen. As always, it wouldn't be my stream if I'm on time. So I take it that you guys are used to that by now. So it's just for the benefit of those that are going to be watching this from back. It's 12:36 on the 23rd of November. We are 23 minutes away from deadline, ladies and gentlemen. So yeah, we have a lot of things to discuss. Matter of fact, a very lot of things to discuss. So without further ado, I will share my screen and we can begin. Yes. It's been 2 weeks since I've streamed because we've had the international break. It was a much welcome break, both as a United fan, as a fantasy Premier League player, as a FPL player. So yeah, I'm just back and I'm happy that football is back from now until March. So now this is where the league starts. In essence, this is where the league starts, not just the Premier League, where you can start actually looking at the league, but also the Premier League standings, yeah, in on our fantasy Premier League teams. So yeah, 2 weeks ago I did very bad, as you would all know. Yeah, I didn't make no transfers. I got 37 points. It was pretty bad. My game week rank was 8.5 million, and we have 10.7 players. It was definitely my worst game week of the season, but yeah, we can all do well every week. So yeah, it is what it is. We can only make decisions from here. We can control the past. So let me quickly go through my team because I have a very lot of dilemmas to go through. Hopefully, you guys can assist me in the chat on what I must do because of one Erling Haaland and Mo Salah. I can't have both. I have to have either or. So yeah, we'll speak about that. Let's just quickly go through my team from last week or 2 weeks before. Henderson in goal with 2 points, Gabriel with 2 points, Lewis Hall 2 points, and Murillo, who lost 3-1 to Newcastle but scored the goal with 7 points. A welcome goal for me. One of my few shining stars in my team. Actually, my only player who scored a goal, funny enough, a centre back. Brennan Johnson, 2 points against Ipswich Town. Bukayo Saka, 2 points against Chelsea. Cole Palmer as well with the 2 points. And Mbumo, whom most people own, also with an assist, but it does not make any difference. Yeah, as you can see, I have 3 players flagged. I believe that these are international break flags. So yeah, it looks like all of them should play, or at least Palmer and Mbumo. Then as Arteta would not confirm or deny if Bukayo Saka will play. But I will keep him in my team because, as you guys have seen, that I wanted to write out the Arsenal fixtures. I think their good run starts now, and they have some players back from injuries. So hopefully they can pay dividends for me by just keep for me, because I kept faith with them. So hopefully they pay off. In forward line, I brought Strand Larsen, whom I actually regret in a way because, yeah, I wasted a transfer. If I knew that João Pedro would play last week, I would have just went straight to João Pedro. So it is what it is. Maybe it's because it's outcome bias. João Pedro scored a goal. Now I'm feeling like I should have had João Pedro. And then Erling Haaland. Okay, Kai Havertz 1 pointer. This is his second consecutive 1 pointer. So hey, it's not looking good, man. Like they are strikers who are performing, not just mid-price point strikers like Watkins and Isak, but a lot of people are performing there at lower price points like João Pedro as well as Christopher Wood. Yeah, a lot of good picks. Even Johanna Visser is playing well for Brentford. But yeah, I think I'll just have to keep the faith. I've kept him all season. His fixtures have been pretty bad. He's been pretty terrible. There's no two ways about it for me. But as I've mentioned, this is where the Arsenal triple up hopefully can pay for me. Forest at home, West Ham away, United at home, Fulham away, Everton at home, Crystal Palace away, then Ipswich at home. These are just good fixtures for Arsenal. So I wanted to come into game week 12 knowing that I had Parma and Saka. Then Erling Haaland, what can I say with Erling Haaland, guys? Like, he's the second most transfer player out. He's been underperforming. His numbers are so good, but he's underperforming because he's missing big chances, and he's not also getting the bonus points after scoring goals because he got a yellow card. He was on 3 bonus points, in for a 9-pointer last week, gets a yellow card, loses all 3 bonus points, and just gets the 5-pointer. And he was my captain. I do not have Mo Salah, guys. This is my dilemma. Hence the title below, Mo Dilemmas. I have 2 free transfers. The logic move is that I should just bring in Salah and sell Haaland. I can do that with 2 free transfers. I can sell Johnson. Let me just go to the transfer page and show you what I am thinking. This is my past team, guys. So far, I have Dean Henderson as usual. I'll change him once I play my wild card. For now, there's nothing I can do with Dean Henderson, man. Then Gabriel, Lewis Hall, Mikalenko. I actually like my defenders. I don't think Everton will keep a clean sheet, but yeah, I'll take Mikalenko. Then you got Morgan Rogers, Bukayo Saka, Cole Palmer, Brian Mbumo, Brennan Johnson, whom I'm caught up in 2 minds whether to sell or not for Salah, because he's the midfielder that I can sacrifice here. Then I have Havertz and Haaland. Strand Larsen as my first sub. I'll take you guys through my transfer page. This is what I am thinking, guys. Salah comes in and becomes captain straight away, but in order to get Salah, I have to sell Haaland. There is a 2.1 million discrepancy, or 2.2. Salah is 13 million. He went up last night. I could have actually brought him in last night, and Johnson went down. So I lost 0.2 if I'm going to make these transfers. But yeah, I didn't want to just make a transfer early, guys. This season, as I've said, I'm trying to be a patient manager, and it's testing my patience. Like, normally I'm one to make transfers early in the week to catch the price rises or the price drops if I'm selling the player in my team. Like now, I'm losing point. I lost 0.2 if I'm gonna make these. If I made these transfers last night, I would have had 0.4 in the bank. Now I have 0.2 because Johnson went down in price and Salah went up in price. So look at this. The big question is, oh my days. This is what I actually wanted, to be fair. I wanted the game to be more difficult, to put the prices higher. Mo Salah's punishing me, guys. He really is. I can't, every single time. After the Brighton game for City, I knew that Salah was going to punish me, guys. He's had 7 double digits in 11 games. 7, 14, 10, 17, 10, 12, 10, and 14. And a 1-9-pointer. A 1-9-pointer. He's just devastating. His numbers are actually good as well, but his numbers aren't there. But I can't keep on saying the scale will balance, because I think he'll eventually drop down from his overperformance. He got a goal and assist last week, 1.06 XGI. So I can't begrudge him of that. He got 14 points. 1.06. Let me show you what Haaland. He missed a big chance. Okay, most of his XG came from that goal he got, which was basically inside the post. But look at Haaland. XGI of 1.38. He's underperforming. And Tottenham don't have Christian Romero and Mickey van der Ven. They don't have those guys today. So do like man, like I don't know. I want to keep Haaland, guys, but I can't keep on being stubborn. I told myself this season I don't want to be stubborn. I want to play the patient game and pick the players who actually are performing. Looking at the fixtures for City, I must not forget I have a wild card. Unlike most people, if Haaland scares me, I can always get him back on that wild card, right? Because his next two fixtures are Spurs and Liverpool at Anfield. But to think of it, Spurs don't have Romero and Van der Ven. Both their centre half. It's going to be Dragusin and Davis. Come on. He should have a field day. But City themselves have their injuries of their own. Obviously, they don't have Rodri, but now Kovacic is out. Who's going to play the midfield? Like, let's look at the City squad. Who actually is going to play in midfield there? Possibly Gundogan and jeez, they are also scrapping through the battle. To be fair, I think it will be Gundogan and Mateus Nunes, then De Bruyne 10 with Foden and Savinho on the wing, then Haaland up front. That's the only thing that makes sense to me. Because who's going to play that midfield? Gundogan has not been playing very well since they bought him. His time is up in a way. Like he has been a good servant for City, but now, yeah, it's Chile time for him. So this is what I could do with my team. I need to check on X what are the team news because deadline is in 12 minutes, guys. So yeah, I can't lie, man. I don't know what to do. I really don't know. I genuinely do not know what to do. Just give me a second. I'm trying to scroll through X to see if I can get any team leaks because we normally get these things to see if Saka has traveled with Arsenal, to see if Cole Palmer is actually fit to play. Yeah, I don't know, guys. The thing is, if I don't say, okay, this is my plan, right? I buy Isak, I buy Salah. Those are two penalty takers, two talisman for their teams, right? In place of Haaland and Johnson, right? Who do I bench this week? I can easily bench Strand Larsen. Then next week, I have one free transfer. Who do I bring? I want to bring João Pedro, guys. This is the guy I want. Next week, I'm bringing in João Pedro no matter what. He's on penalties. He's probably Brighton's talisman. He's been injured. He came back last week. He got a goal and assist. So, and his XGI of 0.89 in just 11 minutes of football. No, 25 minutes, sorry. Which is just, yeah. He won't keep up that, of course. But yeah, next week I can just bring in João Pedro. This would be my rough structure for the next couple of weeks. But let's reset the team and see because I want Haaland today, guys. I want him. But can I go to tomorrow's games? If I have Haaland, I won't have anyone for the Liverpool game. I won't have anyone for the Man United game. And Monday, I'll just have Lewis Hall. So if Haaland blank, I cannot imagine. Like, I wouldn't even think of watching these games, man. Like, okay, United, obviously I will. But the Liverpool game, I'll just switch off. If I do not sell Haaland today, my other plan is that maybe I can just bring in João Pedro straight away. Like, bring in João Pedro, have one free transfer, and carry it to next week. Then take it from there. Then I can bench Johnson this week. Or I can get someone in place of Johnson. But who do I get for Johnson? I can get Semenyo. That's who I want. I think Bournemouth's fixtures are very good. I also think this is another international break injury. Which one is better, guys? Feel free to tell me then which one is better. Like, do I sell Haaland and Johnson for Salah and Isak, or João Pedro and Semenyo. But if I do this, I'll have to bench one of my 8 attackers. Who am I gonna bench here between these 8 this week? Do I bench João Pedro or Rogers? You see, another headache. So if I buy Salah and Isak, I know I can bench Strand Larsen. I can bench Strand Larsen straight away. So yeah, these are my dilemmas, guys. 8 minutes to go. I don't know. I don't know what I'm like. I genuinely do not know. And I don't like being in this situation. It feels like, obviously I don't have anything under control. I'm not the one playing. I can just make the decisions that I think are the right ones and hope that those players perform. But am I gonna keep on watching Salah perform week in and week out while I have Haaland? He's underperformed in his last 6 game weeks, guys. His numbers are so good, so good. He had an XGI of 1.3 last week, 0.90, right, against Bournemouth. He didn't score. He had 2.33, his second best XGI goal involvement since he joined Man City. Okay, then the 2 games that preceded that were 0.02 and 0.34, which are not good numbers. But, man. The thing, like, I love Haaland's long to mid-term fixtures, right? Because if you look at Salah's fixtures, okay, I get it. Salah can score anytime against anyone. He's overperforming. I like to believe that even the people that own Salah and have done well throughout the recent weeks have actually will accept that Salah overperformed. He's not playing that well, right? He got an assist the other time. The first time it was lucky. You can say it's lucky because they tripped. What's this guy? Darwin Nunes. They they tripped Darwin Nunes and no, they tripped Salah. Then Darwin Nunes was in on goal and scored, right? Then his second goal, I mean, it was a mistake from Aston Villa. Then Yesri Konza doesn't. He retrieved and went inside the poles, basically telling Salah to score. And now Salah is playing the second worst defense in the league after Ipswich, which is Southampton. But as I've said, his fixtures, they don't leave a lot to desire, man. Like, especially in their next 3. They play City at home, but you can also say that Haaland goes to Liverpool. And then they go to Newcastle, right? Everton, which is a derby. And they have these fixtures in a 6 days. Because they play next week Sunday. They actually play Sunday tomorrow, right? Then they have Madrid in between Southampton and Man City. And then next week, Wednesday, they go to Tyneside and play Newcastle. Then the early kickoff, it's Everton. Then Fulham and a bad defense as well. Then you get Spurs away. These aren't 2 great fixtures. I don't know, guys. I genuinely don't know. I have a feeling I'll regret selling Haaland, man. Tottenham tonight. Look at the fixtures, guys. Tottenham. Is the history of the Tottenham, guys. Who's to say this guy can score a hat trick? Who's to say the man can score a goal hat trick? Okay, I think I'll just have to go through with it. I'll go through with it, guys. I don't want to make these transfers. This is a coward move. I'll accept that. It's a coward move. I do not want to make these transfers, but I can't keep on letting Salah head my ranking. And I think Isak is a great differential. Like that Monday night fixture, it's yeah, against West Ham. West Ham are so bad, guys. They're pretty terrible. Confirm or not, Haaland. I mean, I think I'm gonna confirm. I'm confirming. I didn't like that. I didn't like that, but I don't have a choice. Mo Salah captain, Alexander Isak vice captain. Save my team. This is my team for the week, guys. Look at me saying Jordan Henderson, Dean Henderson, Gabriel Mangales, Lewis Hall, Vitaly Mikalenko, Morgan Rogers, Bukayo Saka, Cole Palmer, Brian Mbumo, Mohamed Salah, Kai Havertz, Alexander Isak. 3 minutes until deadline, ladies and gentlemen. Make your transfers. Make sure you captained and you saved your team. Make sure you didn't press bench boost by mistake there. You see, yeah, it is what it is. I think I'm just gonna have to captain Salah. Like it's Southampton, man. What am I over? Like, yeah, I'm not gonna overthink it. Mo Salah captain, Alexander Isak vice captain. As much as I'm tempted to give it to Isak, Monday night fixture, when everyone's players have played and you still have the captain, but it can be disappointing as well. So yeah, I'll leave it to Salah and regret it next week. But it is what it is. So just give me a second now. I need to just check Twitter or X for the last time. 2 minutes until deadline. Maybe we'll get last minute deadline dilemmas. Okay, Declan Rice is unavailable. Declan Rice is not available today. So I'm not seeing any Saka news. So it means that Saka's good. Yeah, Declan Rice broken toe. Declan Rice broken toe. Let's see. I'm trying to see if I can get any more team news. Okay. Yeah, there aren't many more. There aren't many more. I assume the big guys will play. Let's see. Yeah, I think Saka starts because there's a guy called Tiki Taka Corner. He's an Arsenal correspondent. He said he wanted to see Raheem Sterling play, but it doesn't look like it. So I assume that Bukayo Saka will play. So yeah, 1 minute left, ladies and gentlemen. I'll have to take a screenshot for this to post on my socials. I'm gonna just make the screen a bit smaller just for a little bit so that I can just grab these. While we on that, ladies and gentlemen, just don't forget to just like and subscribe to my channel. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. Just give it a thumbs up. Bottom right hand corner there. That's all. Danko is thank you in advance. Danko is thank you in advance. Yeah, it's 1 o'clock. Teams are locked in. It is what it is. We'll see. Game week 12, I've made 2 free transfers. I should have made them last night then because I lost point two. I lost point two. I could have had point four in the bank, possibly upgrade somewhere. But yeah, I just didn't want to take any chances. We'll see. We'll just go through the fixtures. I'll keep it short and end the stream in the next 15 minutes once the Chelsea news are out. So yeah, for the next 15 minutes, I'll be going through the fixtures of the weekend. Leicester City are playing Chelsea. We are the last team to play Leicester. We beat them 3-0. We actually played well. I think that was our most controlled performance of the season. Yeah, but it's not about United. From Leicester's point of view, they were gun shy, man. They were toothless, so to speak. They were very toothless. They didn't cause any danger. Their coach did mention that Faturi, I think, is a winger. He's out with an ACL now, so yeah, they will miss him. Then as for Chelsea, Cole Palmer, I expect Cole Palmer to play. It's just an international break injury. They were playing at home against Arsenal. Chelsea fixtures are actually great from now, guys. If you don't have Cole Palmer, yeah. The plan for me was to captain Palmer all along. And then now you see, it's outcome bias. Even I get influenced. I try not to get influenced by it. But Salah keeps on scoring. And I can't keep on letting Salah score while I don't have him. But if you look at Chelsea's fixtures as well, just like Arsenal's, they are the best for me. Like they are up there. Arsenal, Chelsea, Brighton, and Bournemouth. Those are the teams I'm looking to target. Look at Chelsea's fixture. In the next three, they have Leicester and Southampton away, the two basement boys. And we know that Cole Palmer is a so-called Fred track bully. This is where he can perform. This is where he gets all those 24 pointer, 16 pointers. So today, I expect Cole Palmer to perform. I expect a goal or two from him. So yeah, he's the guy. Because after the only difficult fixture here you can say is Villa at home and Spurs away. And they also are leaky. Look at these. These are absolutely fabulous fixtures. If you want to benefit from Chelsea, I think you can do the double up on them and get someone like Jackson or Colwell. I think in the long term they will get clean sheets. They are not a very organized team at the back. Their goalkeeper is not too great, but I expect them to do well because fixtures breed form, guys. They breed form. It's not a coincidence that Chelsea, in their last 5 games, they have one win. Who did they play? Forest, who are good. Liverpool, who are good. Newcastle, they beat but 2-1. They drew to us. They drew to Arsenal. And look at the fixtures they won before that. They beat Brighton. They beat West Ham. They beat Bournemouth. They drew to Palace and they beat Wolves. And they lost to City. These are fixtures. These are fixtures. So yeah, Cole Palmer, he's been underperforming, but people are saying flag check bully. So we'll see. We'll see. My prediction for this game, I think it will be an easy Chelsea win. 2-0. I'll say I think 2-0. 2-0 Chelsea, just controlled and after the international break. You just want to get the W. Then the next fixture, Arsenal versus Nottingham Forest. That's the one for us. We're going to be watching on SABC there. See, for us there, we get the Arsenal game. We get the Arsenal game. As I've mentioned now, Declan Rice is out of today's game. So I assume it will be Thomas Partey and Moreno in midfield behind Martin Odegaard. Then I think it will be Saka, Havertz, and possibly Martinelli. I think that's Arsenal's attacking and midfield. In defense, they are missing Ben White, who's out for a couple of months. Funny enough, for the first time, Arteta was actually honest. He did say that Calafiori will be in the squad, so I expect him to play left back. Then Muren Timber will play right back, surely. Then the center pairing, it picks themselves. Then Forest, they've since game week 1, they have had the best fixtures, right? Hence why they've done well. But in spite of that, like being, I don't know where they are. I think they are 4th or 5th. But everyone is like on 19 points and 18 points. So they've done well. But this is where the fixtures tend for Forest. So if you had guys like Murillo, like me, or Chris Wood, I think the Forest are sells now. You can sell because they have Arsenal, then they have Ipswich, okay, great fixture. Then City, United, Villa, Brentford. These are just difficult fixtures for both defense and attacking. So I think it's a tentative sell for me, especially if you have someone like Wood up front. If you got the Wood there on top, I think you sell it. You sell it from. But you can keep as well and play in 13 against Ipswich at home. Then you can sell at away to City and United. But for me, yeah, I expect a comfortable, or not too comfortable, but yeah, 2-1 Arsenal. I think they have to win. They have to win. They actually have to win like their next 8 out of 10 games to give themselves any chance. But the fixtures are there for them. We have looked at them; they are there. Like they are there. They have had the most difficult start, right? They've already played away to Chelsea, Newcastle. They've played Liverpool at home as well. They played away to City and Tottenham. They played away to Villa. Yeah, like it's just tough fixtures. It's hard. But come to think of it, their last win, when was it? Southampton, before the previous international break. So this is like that's the last time Arsenal won. I think it's almost 2 months now. I stand to be corrected, but I think it's over 6 weeks at least since Arsenal won a game of football in the Premier League. So yeah, Ateta, it's getting peak, man. It's getting peak for you. But yeah, I think order will be restored, and I think Arsenal will win this football match, as I've said, 2-1. Then we have Aston Villa versus Crystal Palace. Villa have a lot of injuries as well. I think Kamara is out, Onana is out, Ezri Konsa's out as well. Who else am I missing? Jacob Renz is out. So that's a few decent starting players, but also Crystal Palace have injuries. Uh, Lema, okay, is back on the positive front as well as Dokore, but Eze is back in training, but he won't play today. They still have Edin Ketia, who's out with a hamstring injury. I read somewhere that he got it while doing extra work with a fitness trainer. So yeah, the coach wouldn't be too happy. Or like, yeah, what can you say? Someone is trying to do extra work and they get injured for it. What do you do as a coach? Like, you just tear your hair off, man. Honestly, yeah. Palace, they play a four. I mean a 3-4-3, right? Which I love their defense. They have Lekwa there. They have Nathaniel Chaloba as well as Magay. I think that's a Premier League decent defense there. So it's a foundation to build with. But in midfield, who do they have? Okay, Lema's back. I also think what's his name is back from suspension, Will Hughes. So at least in midfield, they have a bit of a boost because they're missing Eze and they're missing, let's not forget, what's the kid from Blackburn? They bought a kid from Blackburn who's performing well and has been carrying injuries. So yeah, man, I think it's gonna be a cagey game. I can just see Villa sneaking this 2-1. I'll just give it to them because they're at home, but they have not actually been playing well, to be fair. Remember, like people were hyping up Unai Emery. Yeah, but consistency is hard, my foot. It's very hard. So yeah, I'll just give them 2-1. Bournemouth, Brighton, I think this is one of the most unpredictable game. I can see either side winning 3-0 or it being 3-3 or it being 1-1 or 0-0. Literally anything. Bournemouth, very good at home. They beat City and Arsenal in the last two home games. But what did they do after that? They lost last week to Brentford away 3-2. So it's just what they are or who they are. Like consistency. That's the downfall of these mid teams, these midi teams. Because you can beat a big team, but can you beat those in and around you? But they are good at home. Hence why I wanted to buy Semenyo as well. But he's on 4 yellow cards. If you have Semenyo, there's a couple of players on 4 yellow cards. I think from United is Lisandro Martinez, Semenyo, Bournemouth, Pedro Neto, Chelsea, I think is on 4 as well. Yeah, there's a decent couple of ones there as well. Brighton, I'll put my hands up. I did say they didn't impress me, but that was against United, possibly earlier on in the season. Even against City last week, they weren't too great in the first half. But I liked what Husala did. I don't know who he brought off, but he brought in Baleba in midfield. Because City, they like to play high, but they weren't pressing. So I don't care who you are. If you're going to play high and do not press any ball, they're just going to hit you on top. And that's what Brighton did. They just realized that City aren't pressing us. They're high. Just play the ball over the top, through the middle. Like one pass. There was one pass. I don't know who did that pass. Straight in the heart of the defense. Like this is where you see, alright? Man like Rodri is important, fam. Like man like Rodri is actually important to this team. But yeah, it is what it is for them. I'm happy. Couldn't happen to a nicer club. So Brighton, I think João Pedro will come into the team. They actually have a lot of attackers, guys. They got João Pedro, they got Gruya, they got Jorginho Ruta, they got Danny Welbeck, they got Ferguson, they got Karu Mitoma, and they got Matt O'Reilly. If you watch my stream, remember I spoke about Matt O'Reilly, guys. We spoke about him. He got injured when Brighton bought him. They bought him for a hefty amount of fee. He's Danish. He played for Celtic. He comes in last week. He scores the winner. His first ever game in the Premier League. So they have decent players, and they have had players injured. Remember, they still have players like Adringa. They have what's this guy? Enciso. Like they just have quality actually. Brighton is a squad because they were in Europa, remember last year. So maybe yeah, the depth is there. I expect a very close game. I'll say 2-2 actually. 2-2. Goals galore. We'll go with Desmond. Desmond 2-2. Man like Desmond. Okay, then Everton versus Brentford. Yeah, no, this looks like it's gonna be a ball fest, this one. Because we know Brentford are very attacking, but when they play home, Everton, they are gun shy as well at home. They like to play off their defense and keep the clean sheet. So, but I'll say 1-1, guys. I don't need to say a lot about this game. Sean Dyche versus Thomas Frank. It's a meet-off. You can see it's the only game that's not being televised for a reason. Like, yeah, no, 1-1. We skip. But hopefully Mekelonko can do something for me there. Then Fulham versus Wolverhampton Wanderers. Fulham, who did they play Gonja last week? Was it the Brentford game? There was a Brentford game that they came last minute. Oh, they won 2-0 at Crystal Palace. But Palace already had a red card, from what I remember. I think Kamada. He just done a ridiculous challenge. So yeah, he got a red card, and Fulham, it was never in doubt from there. So they are actually a decent side, Fulham. I like what Marco Silva has done with them. It's basically taken the Arsenal former players and built a squad and made it Arsenal rejects, but they're actually playing well there. Alex Iwobi, your likes of Reece Nelson, your likes of Emil Smith Rowe. They have Brent Lelo in goal. Yeah, they're just doing well. Decent club in London, Premier League proven. I expect them to beat a team like Wolves playing at home. Then speaking of Wolves, Matthias Cunha. Remember, guys, I did mention Cunha is a better choice than Strand Larsen, but I didn't have the money to do that. That's why I was like, can I at least cover Cunha? The funny thing is Cunha is playing deeper than Strand Larsen, but he's been scoring weldies. The numbers aren't too great, but he's scoring weldies. Sometimes you don't need the numbers or the XG because if you're a good finisher, you can take your chances and overperform your XG. So I can see this game being a home win. So I'll just say 2-1 Fulham as well. Then the last game of the day, I don't have any player. All of a sudden, I sold both players from this team. So I'll be hoping that Haaland doesn't do much. But I know my luck, right? This is what's going to happen. I've had Haaland for the past 4 or 5 weeks. He done nothing for me, right? Now I'm selling him. He's going to score a hat trick, and Salah will probably do nothing tomorrow and be substituted early in time for the Real Madrid game. That's what's going to happen. But yeah, let's speak about the game. City, big boost for them. Pep Guardiola was extended 2 seasons. Yeah, they've lost a lot of people, so it was not going to be great viewing for them to lose Guardiola because I think they lost Tiki Paxton, that director of football they got from Barcelona many years ago. So he's leaving, and there were rumors that Guardiola was actually leaving this end of this season. Hence why they signed the sporting director. They signed the sporting director. The plan, from what I had, was that, or what I've read, is that City were planning to buy Ruben Amorim in place of Pep Guardiola at the end of this season. But then United realized, all right, let's take this guy, Ruben Amorim. So now I think City were like, we can't lose Tsiki and lose Pep Guardiola. That's the mistake Man United did. We lost Sir Alex Ferguson, we lost David Gill. Both of them. Big parts of Manchester United's history or modern day history for the like early noughties, late 90s, early noughties until the 2010s and 11s. We had those two guys. Sir Alex Ferguson's lieutenant, David Gill. Sir Alex retires, David Gill leaves. We get Ed Woodward, we sign David Moyes. The rest is history. That's why we as United fans have been complaining. Okay, rivals will tell us, you guys are buying players, you're spending so much money, but we don't have the right people to do those decisions. We have people who don't make footballing decisions. You're buying players like Di Maria, you're buying those players because of shirt sales, bringing back Cristiano Ronaldo. It's hindsight, I know, and I know some people will not like it. I also celebrated. I'm a United fan. I was singing Viva Ronaldo. But me as a fan, I shouldn't like these guys as the owners and the directors of the club shouldn't be making emotional decisions. I wanted Ten Hag to stay, but deep down I was saying, why is he staying? Why, like, just because we as fans wanted, the club must be more ruthless. But yeah, it is what it is. This game, I see goals galore, and yet I still saw Haaland. I think City will bounce back. They will be buzzing after Guardiola got the contract. They will want to prove something. They are City, and yeah, they've lost 4 games in a row, but they will come back. I think they will win like 3-1. So it says a lot. Then Sunday fixtures: Southampton, Liverpool. Southampton are just whipping boys. They the thing is, I was saying, More, they make mistakes, ne? Because they're trying to play football that doesn't suit their players. You kind of want to pass at the back with players like Petranek and Jack Stevens. Like, no offense to these guys. If you want to play that certain type of football, you need the quality of players. So if you play like that, they'll high press you and teams will pick you off. They are a very tidy team, but they're trying to play like Burnley last year under Vincent Company. Like, you play well, you're decent, you can keep the ball, even against good teams. I wouldn't be surprised if Southampton have more position than Liverpool, but Liverpool can say, you can have it. We'll just high press you guys and pick you off. With Liverpool, I have to accept, man, they're doing well, but their fixtures have been great. Now their fixtures are turning. There's games like Madrid, now there's City next week, Merseyside Derby, Newcastle, Leipzig in there, Spurs away. This is where we're going to find out if the slot machine really is rolling, it really is hitting the jackpot, or does it flatter to deceive? We'll see. We'll see. It's tough for me, man. I don't know. I can't lie. I don't want Liverpool to win it, no matter what. Like City, I don't care if City win 5 in a row, man. Like, I'm going with City all the way. Like, imagine if Liverpool get 20. We can be singing 20 times, Man United. Say, come on, man. Like, we can't lose that. We lost our treble, like the only team in England to win a treble. And now it's gone. City broke it. They won four they did a four-peat. So now they can win 5. I don't care. I don't want Liverpool to not win a title, man. Like, them getting 20 will be, it's power shift, man. If Liverpool get 20, it's power shift. They would have then been the most successful club in England. Most Champions Leagues, most Premier Leagues are joined by that time. So yeah, but we know how they are. We know them. Let's not forget. Let's act like they've been lucky with injuries to begin with. Only Allison has been out. Okay, Trent is out for a bit now. But if they lose someone like Salah, or they lose Gravenberg for 2 or 3 months, this is where it's going to count. Last season, remember, in February, they were number 1. They were in 4 competitions. What did they end up winning? Carabao Cup. So it's still early. It's way too early, guys. Way too early. But yeah, they are playing well. They are playing well. I like how Schlott has. He didn't come there Remember that Liverpool wanted Amorim, but they didn't agree because they wanted Amorim to come to Liverpool as well, but play with the same players. And he wanted to get there and change the style and overhaul. But Arne Slot was content to take the players that were there already. They didn't make any signings. Okay, they did bring in one person, but that guy is always injured, Chiesa. So they're playing well, I can't lie. So yeah, hopefully Salah will get me goals, but it is what it is. Even if they lose, I'll be more happier. I'll be more happier. If they lose like 3-2, Salah brace. Then the game of the weekend, Ipswich Town versus Manchester United. Yeah, Tractor Boys versus us. We should win this football match. It's going to be hard. Ipswich at home are playing very well, I think. They beat Tottenham. It's going to be a real banana skin, like a proper banana peel game. They will want to spoil our party. What I like about Ruben Amorim, as I've said, I'm going to be a pessimistic fan now. I'm not going to come here and blind faith. I'm done now, man. I've done these things for 10 years. Oh, this manager, we got this next guy, David Moyes. Then it's a same old rubbish from then. Then who do we get? We get Van Gaal. Nice, nice. Then all of a sudden, rubbish again. Sosha, we did that. He played well. He gave him a contract again. Ten Hag, yeah. I've always been patient. Remember when Sir Alex retired, be patient with your own manager. I've always been that. The only manager I've never given a chance was Sosha, because I could not believe that the club gave Sosha a contract. The guy was, he won the first 10, 11 games, right? Then we started losing games. I remember around April, we lost to like Huddersfield. We lost to Southampton, then Huddersfield. Then they gave him the contract, and I couldn't believe it. Ed Woodward. Then I knew we are 3 years behind straight away. That's why I was like, this guy must go. But I was Ten Hag in until the Spurs game. And until we lost to Spurs, guys, like I could not, like I still say it, man. We got dominated by Tottenham Football Club with Timo Werner. Timo Werner, guys. I watch him. Like, there's no coming back from that. Like, they dominated us. They could have beaten us 5 or 6-0. All Ten Hag kept on repeating, it's about the ambience. That's the most important thing about the team. It's about winning trophies. Come on, man. Come on. As much as we were getting happy about winning trophies, Manchester United is not built of winning FA Cups. That's Arsenal trophies. No offense to Arsenal. That's Arsenal trophies. That Arsenal make parades for FA Cups. That's the last time they won FA Cup. Remember, they made a parade. We don't do those things. We won FA Cups, Europa Leagues. We don't do parades for that. Premier League is our bread and butter, even more than the Champions League for me. Manchester United is built on winning Premier League titles. That's what we need to be at. I would rather win 1 Premier League than win 3 Champions Leagues. I know some people will think I'm crazy, but Premier League is what I grew up to. That is the most important trophy for us. I know the European nights are special. If I win the Champions League, I'll probably celebrate as much as the Premier League. I remember where I was 2008 when we beat Chelsea in Moscow. I'll never forget where I was. I remember that. I remember when we lost in 2009 to Barcelona, last game for Cristiano Ronaldo, when Messi header there and he lost his boot. And yeah. And I remember 2011, Wembley Stadium, when we equalized with Wayne Rooney. Barcelona had taken the lead with, what's this guy? I think it was Pedro, David Villa, right? Then we equalized with Rooney. Then Messi scored 2-1. Then David Villa scored the third one. They beat us again. Champions League nights are special, but Manchester United is built upon Premier League. That's who we are. So we need to start improving. Okay, getting into United. Amorim. I won't come here and be an expert. I do not know. I've never known this guy before. I knew that he was linked to West Ham. He rejected them. He was linked to Liverpool. He rejected them because of that. Then I heard that City were in for him. I watched his game against City when he played back three, but I did mention, and he also said they got lucky there. But I like the way he speaks. If there's one thing you would criticize Ten Hag of is the way he speaks. I think maybe it's language barrier or it's just personality, but he didn't have that that aura, someone you can relate to, that someone you would want to run through a brick wall for, someone with character. It looks like Amarim has it. He has talked the talk now. Now it's time to walk the walk. Like, he's praising these players. I've always said that these players are not good enough, especially most of them, right? But they are not as bad as how they were playing under Ten Hag. Definitely not. I'll be the first to admit. As much as I think Rashford is not good, he's not that bad. But Rashford is, guys. Like, yeah, I don't know, guys. I think Rashford, he's done at United. He actually is. He just needs. It's one of those things where he needs a change of scenarios. Sometimes it's good for both parties for people to part. But yeah, it's not a Rashford talk. Bruno, he will play. He's our best attackers. All the coaches love him. It will be interesting to see where he plays. Because as I've said, we're gonna be playing a back three, right? Who do I think is gonna be a back three? Obviously, I think De Ligt will be in there. Martinez, if he's fit, Euro will definitely be in there, but he's back and fit. But I doubt if he'll start tomorrow. But whenever he gets things going, I think Lenny Euro will be in there. It will be also interesting to see who our wing backs will be, because the left backs are back. Surprising. Luke Shaw is back. Malasia, he's been in training for the past 3 months, and they say Luke Shaw is back. But Luke Shaw is like Rhys James, guys. By next week, I can be reporting here that Luke Shaw is out again. Or tomorrow, or even today, he can get injured today. Tomorrow, you'll be like, where the hell is Luke Shaw? Luke Shaw is nowhere to be seen. So, yeah. We basically have our team back now. Because Maguire is, I think the only player injured in our whole squad is Harry Maguire and Victor Lindelof. All our players are back now. All of them. Midfield is packed. Mason Mount, Ugarte, Casemiro is there. Bruno Fernandes is there. Mason Mount, if I haven't counted him, is there. Kobe Mino. Even Collier, Toby Collier is back. So we have a full complement in midfield, full complement in attack. We have Ahmad, we have Rashford, we have Zexi, we have. I know some of these players aren't great, but I'm just saying they are there, right? Because the club bought them to do a role. So they're all there. Even Anton is there. I know he will, like, if there's one player who I think won't, yeah, you won't do well is Anthony, guys. Okay, but before I ramble on, yeah, let me just give predictions here. I think we should win this 2-1. Hoping for Almarin ball, but we'll see, man. I don't know. I still think it's the same old rinse and repeat, man. Until I'm proved wrong now, I'm going to be pessimistic. I still think we're going to be playing rubbish football. After 2 years, we'll be back again buying another manager. So on and so on. While we watch Liverpool pass us, City pass us, we'll see. Then the Monday night fixture, I'm happy that I have Alexander Isak and Lewis Hall. I think this can be a potential demolition derby, especially if Newcastle score early. Under the lights, St. James's Park, Monday night fixture. Yeah, I'll be surprised if Newcastle don't win this football match. West Ham have good players on paper, but they are just terrible, man. It's easy to pass through them, man. It's just easy to play through them. So, yeah, I think Newcastle can win this 3-1. So that's my predictions. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. We have one more thing to do, which is me taking you through the lineups for the Chelsea and Leicester game. So I'll just quickly switch my screen to X, where I can see hopefully Cole Palmer. Hopefully Cole Palmer is playing. Just give me a second. I'm looking for the Chelsea Twitter page. Okay, yeah, got it. Okay, Cole Palmer's there. I'm happy Cole Palmer's there. I think I will stop sharing and then I'll share this. Nicholas Jackson is the thumbnail guy. Okay, they got Sanchez, Fofana, Battle. Who's missing out now? Barishil, Cowell, Kukurea. So it looks like what's his name? The right back is not there. Gusto. Yeah, it looks like Malu Gusto in there. So how's it gonna? Okay, maybe Fofana plays right back. So does it mean they play two centre halves that are left-footed? Yeah, lack of balance there. Then Caicedo and Enzo. So Lavia is also injured. Oh, he's on the bench. Then they have Madueke, Palmer, João Felix, and Jackson. Oh, they don't. Thing is not there. What's his name? Pedro Neto. Oh wow! Thank goodness I did. I was thinking of buying Pedro Neto actually. I can't lie. So yeah. Then their bench is Jorgensen, Patinelli, Tosin, Vaega, Lavia, Dewsbury Hall against his former club. Then they have Sanchez, Modric, and Nkunku. Like this is actually funny, guys. Like this is Chelsea's bench after all the money they've spent. I think maybe they have injuries, but still, like it leaves a lot to be desired. For those that have Leicester City players, let us search for you guys. We don't discriminate here. We check for everybody. The lineup for Leicester City: Hermanson in goal, James Justin, Ricardo Pereira is out for like 4 months with a hamstring injury. So yeah, keep note of that. Then they had Veit Feisch, Okoli, Christensen. It means that Vestergaard is also injured because Okoli is back in the team. Harry Wings, Somare, and Ndidi. Then they have Makati, El Kanous, and Vadi. Ah, man, this is just not a good team. I can't lie. Like, come on, Chelsea should win this actually 3-4 nil, man. Like, this is just not a good team, man. Not a good team whatsoever. Then they have Ward, Cody, Thomas, Shrewsbury, Chowdhury, Hamza Chowdhury, Skips, the Cordova Reed, Mavididi. Then they have Ayu and Patson Daka. Yeah, that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining me on this beautiful day. Hope you all enjoyed my content. If you like it and you hope to see me, please make sure that you like the video, you subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell just to know when I go live, because I only stream and go live before the deadline. So just, I know I came a bit late today, but it is what it is. I'm African time. So yeah, it would be remiss of me not to keep the culture going. I'm playing, guys. But yeah, thank you, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for watching my content. I actually appreciate it. So yeah, we'll catch up, guys. Hopefully, happy Green Arrow, guys. I did bad last week, so hopefully Salah and Isak can do the job for me. So yeah, until then, bye for now.